Hey everybody, really sad news. Former President Joe Biden has been diagnosed with an aggressive form of prostate cancer that's said to have spread to the bone. And is, as I understand it, while this is metastasized, it also, because it's hormone sensitive, leaves him with a very good chance of beating it. And first of all, let's pray for Joe Biden to quickly and swiftly recover from and beat this cancer and move forward in his life, and pray for his family and close friends and everyone else. And so the news out here is coming really fast. And but it has to be noted that again, the condition is treatable. It is not a death sentence. And as I understand it, Biden and his family are working closely with medical experts to determine the best path forward. And the former president remains determined and optimistic. And he's he's issued this statement last week. President Joe Biden was seen for a new finding of a prostate nodule after experiencing increasing urinary symptoms. On Friday, he was diagnosed with prostate cancer, characterized by what's called a Gleason score of 9, grade root 5, with metastasis to the bone. While this represents a more aggressive form of the disease, the cancer appears to be hormone sensitive, which allows for effective treatment. The president and his family are reviewing treatment options with his physicians. And so you have to ask, well, I'll just put out there what other people are going to start talking about. And first of all, cancer really sucks. And just when you think we've got a cure for it, someone else comes up with it as a diagnosis for their illness and they pass away from it. But many, many people more than that do beat it. Okay? And so we have to put it in that context. And in fact, someone wrote here on Twitter, this is the world we live in today. The breaking news is that former U.S. President Joe Biden has been diagnosed with metastatic prostate cancer, and that's getting more media attention than the reports of Russia launching their Yars missiles tonight, ostensibly, I would think, into Ukraine. And this person says, this is bizarre. I can't disagree. But there is a reason we paid so much attention to such news, because Joe Biden was our former president. He is well loved. And even if he was our former president and not well loved, it still would be news. That's the way it is. It really is. But also leads to an open discussion of how long did Joe Biden have these symptoms that may have pointed to cancer earlier, because there's a hint of that in the statement and in press reactions to this point. And does that mean indeed that he should not have ran for a second term? And right. But also, remember, he did it after his disastrous debate with Donald Trump. And it does open the question, what if, say, former Governor Gavin Newsom were selected as the heir apparent, or Kamala Harris? Now, I will say this. If we went with the same strategy of basically being the mirror image to the Republicans and not talking about the economy, we would have lost regardless. Because it's clear now to everybody that Trump lied about what he was going to do. But we didn't keep our eye on the ball of, it's the economy, stupid, fix the economy. And we were content to allow the Republicans to guide us into what I call extremist areas, where, look, there aren't a lot of trans people, there aren't a lot of this, okay? Yet we talk about all of this as if people who are from those groups have a dominant place in terms of population share. They don't at all. They don't. So it's let's make sure that first of all Biden recovers. Someone wrote here that the claim about former President Joe Biden's prostate cancer diagnosis appears accurate based on reports from multiple outlets like the New York Times, The Guardian, and CNN, citing an official statement from Biden's office. Let's see if former President Trump has sent a press release to Zenny 62 Media, as we are on the White House press list. And I will let you know in a second if that's the case. I'm waiting for this to open up. And here's the open email. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Folks, and thank you for watching and participating. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Please. Okay. So we have, let's see, the latest was 434 from the office. And that was, they call the lid. This was from at 411 from Reagan Reese and sent to DL Who Wranglers. Subject: in-town pool report number 8 lid. Lid means that they are calling an end to the reports to the White House press list about what the president is doing for now. Anyway, it writes, a lid was called upon arrival at the White House. This was 14 minutes ago. And then Reagan writes, I've inquired about a statement on Biden's cancer diagnosis, but have no update. So that's where we are. And that's Reagan Reese, the White House correspondent for the Daily Caller. I wonder if Reagan's gotten any updates since then regarding a statement from the president. Hold on a second. I'm going to see if I can reach Mr. Reese, Reagan Reese here, and let you know. See how I want to do this. And let's see here. Got to be careful not to blurt this out. Huh. Okay. Dear. Greetings. This is Zenny Abraham. Of Zenny 62 Media. We are on the White House press list. House press list and press list. Saw your email of what? Of your email of, I would say, now 4:11 p.m. Any word from Trump? Trump? Thanks. Okay. So any word from Trump? Thanks. So we're waiting. I'm also going to check Truth Social to see if, or first Twitter, see if Trump has put anything out about what he might have said. And the captain says, the fact that I just felt sadness for Joe Biden, who I loathe, upon hearing of his cancer makes me know I'm on the right side of things. Yep. So I do not see a statement from Trump yet. see here, go to his and scroll down. He has posts about airplanes and Saudis, but no Biden and no replies. So right now, nothing from Trump at all. And I just got an update from Reese. Reese wrote no. No. So he hasn't heard anything from Biden or the communications secretary, and he's closer to the president than I am, but on the White House, we're both on the White House press list. So he just wrote no. Yeah, I'm right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Great Sunday. Yeah. So there we go. So anyway, that's the news, folks. No other updates. Yeah, and Liv just says, praying for you, President Biden. And as am I, just basically really praying. You would say, why did I use this photograph? I used it because this was the meeting that Trump and Biden had when Trump won election the second time, and they were having what one could be called an exit meeting for Biden. And I'm wondering about a lot of things about what we knew and didn't know. And then I'm also thinking about my friend Van Jones, who was very eager to push Biden out publicly early on. And as much as I was eager to say, hey, Joe, stick around. Hey, Joe, stick around. I don't regret that feeling. And I would have been willing to deal with what comes next because I thought a lot about this. I believe in the leader that Joe Biden is and was. And I think that, and particularly if you take a look at where we are right now, a Joe Biden diagnosed with cancer is better than a Donald Trump as president any day. So I would take Joe Biden and a cancer diagnosis as president because I know that the country was in good hands up to that point. It will continue to be in good hands, and he'll beat this thing, and he'll continue to run the country the way it's supposed to be ran. Okay? Anybody care to tell me that we would be not better off with Biden as opposed to where we are today? I'm listening. Now, Donald Trump, in his defense, can turn this around. He did it with the tariffs, but what he needs to do is pay attention to getting money to those people who don't have it, to lowering the medical costs of people, which I believe he has a press release out that an executive order out that I need to address and put up on ZennyReport.com, and get these propane company prices down. The propane companies' pricing is not policed. It's running roughshod over Americans that have propane, many of whom are elderly, like, well, both of these two gentlemen, okay? I'm going to talk about that later, but I'm now on a new crusade. Get the petroleum company prices down. Stop the price gouging. That's what I say. All right. God bless you, everybody. God bless you. Thanks. And God bless Joe Biden and Donald Trump. Thank you.